Hello and welcome to the Import-Export Hub channel. I'm your host Bogdan, and in today's video I would like to talk about the top 30 container shipping companies. In this list I've gathered the data from Alphaliner Top 100 shipping companies website, which is available for free, but instead of the website I've chosen to use this Excel file in which I've added some information regarding the year of establishment, the country of incorporation, and some other relevant information in terms of business units that shipping companies are having, at least for the top 10 ones. Also, another important factor to consider is the fact that this list is sorted according to the total number of TEUs in terms of volume, and it's not considering the TEU on the order book. And let's get started with the first and the biggest container shipping company, which is Maersk. It's a big conglomerate. It has lots of business activities. I'm talking here about APM terminals, container terminals activity. It has also business unit for the manufacturing of shipping containers, and also for quite some time Maersk acquired Damco Logistics, so it has a footprint also in the logistics industry. It's part of the TEU alliance. It's incorporated in Denmark and it was established in 1904 and currently has a market share of 17%. In terms of ships that are owned by Maersk, we're talking here about 298 ships with a combined capacity of more than 2.2 million TEUs. As for the ships that are chartered by Maersk, there are 415 ships with a combined TEU capacity of more than 1.8 million TEUs. In terms of the ships that are on the order book, we see here that there are 17 ships with a combined capacity of more than 44,000 TEUs, and it handles 4.1 million TEUs in terms of volume. Now, moving on to the second member of the TEU alliance and the second biggest container shipping company, which is MSC, so Mediterranean Shipping Company. It was founded in 1970. Initially, it has its headquarters in Italy, but for quite some time, their current headquarters is located in Switzerland. This company is privately owned by the Aponte family, and currently it has a market share of 16%. In terms of owned ships, it has 157 of them with a TEU capacity of just a little bit over 1 million TEUs. In terms of chartered ships, there are 434 with a combined capacity of more than 2.8 million TEUs. As for the order book, MSC is it's waiting for 22 ships to be delivered with the capacity of more than 451,000 TEUs. And in total, MSC has a volume of more than 3.9 million TEUs. The third biggest container shipping company, which is Cosco, is from China. It was established in 1961. Currently, it has a market share of 12.4%, and it's part of the Ocean Alliance together with CMA CGM and Evergreen from Taiwan. In terms of other business units, I'm talking here about also the container terminal and logistics. And if I remember correctly, in 2016, Cosco acquired the majority stake in Piraeus Port, or I don't know if it's majority of the whole stake in Piraeus Port. In terms of ships that are owned by Cosco, we see here that there are 177 ships with a combined capacity of more than 1.5 million TEUs. As for the ships that are chartered by Cosco, we see here that there are 324 of them with a combined capacity of close to 1.5 million TEUs. As for the ship's order book, Cosco is awaiting the delivery for 12 vessels with a combined capacity of 276,000 TEUs. In terms of the total volume handled by Cosco, managed by Cosco, they have more than 3 million TEUs. The fourth biggest shipping company in the world, again part of the Ocean Alliance, is CMA CGM, which is located in Marseille, France, and it was established in 1978. Again, CMA CGM has interest in the container terminal business, in logistics, in intermodal activity. For 3 months, they've acquired a major airline from South America, if I remember correctly, and I think that air cargo services from CMA CGM are already operational. In terms of market share, they have the same market share as Cosco, so 12.4%. In terms of ships that are owned by CMA CGM, they are having 118 ships with a combined capacity of just a little bit over 1 million TEUs. In terms of ships that are chartered, CMA CGM has 439 of them with a combined capacity of almost 2 million TEUs. In terms of the order book, CMA CGM expects the delivery for 23 vessels with a combined capacity of more than 354,000 TEUs. And in total, CMA CGM has more than 3 million TEUs in the portfolio. The fifth biggest container shipping company is again from Germany. I think the headquarters are in Hamburg. We are talking about the shipping company which is called Hapag-Lloyd, and it's part of the Alliance with a market share of 7.3%, and it was established in 1970. Currently, they are operating 112 ships that are owned with a capacity of more than 1 million TEUs. Also, they are chartering 143 vessels with a combined capacity of more than 721,000 TEUs. As for the order book, they are expecting the delivery for 6 vessels with a combined capacity of more than 141,000 TEUs. In total, Hapag-Lloyd has a volume of more than 1.7 million TEUs. The sixth largest container shipping company, again part of the Alliance, it's One Network Express. It was established quite recently in 2017. The headquarters are in Japan, and it's in fact a merger between 3 smaller container ships companies which merge into one. Currently, they are having 69 vessels that are owned with capacity of more than 500,000 TEUs. One Network Express also charters 153 vessels with a total capacity of more than 1.1 million TEUs. And also they are expecting the delivery for 15 ships with a combined capacity of more than 266,000 TEUs. As for the total TEUs, they are handling 1.6, more than 1.6 million TEUs. The seventh largest shipping company, Evergreen, it's a Taiwanese company established in 1961, and it's part of the Ocean Alliance, and it currently has a market share of 5.5%. In terms of ships that are owned by Evergreen, we are talking here about 111 ships with a total capacity of more than 639,000 TEUs. They also charter 88 ships with a combined capacity of more than 688,000 TEUs. And also here we see that they are expecting the delivery of 74 ships with a combined capacity of more than 703,000 TEUs, which in fact is the largest number of ships from this entire top 30 list. And in total, they are handling or managing more than 1.3 million TEUs. The eighth biggest container shipping company is Hyundai Merchant Marine. It's a South Korean company, part of the Alliance. It's established in 1976, and as other business units, they are having also bulk carriers and car carriers. As for the containerized traffic, they own 28 ships with a combined capacity of close to 500,000 TEUs. They also charter 46 vessels with a combined capacity of more than 301,000 TEUs. They've also expect the delivery for 6 vessels with a combined capacity of 96,000 TEUs, and in total they are managing more than 750,000 TEUs. Now moving on to Yangming, which is the 9th largest container shipping company, again part of the Alliance. The company is based in Taiwan, and it was established in 1972, and it has a market share of 2.6%. In terms of other business units, they also are having some interest in the container terminal. They are also having and managing bulk traffic, and also they have logistics and intermodal division within Yangming Line. As for the ships that are owned by this company, they are employing 46 ships that are owned by Yangming with a combined capacity of more than 193,000 TEUs. And in terms of ships that are chartered, we are talking here about 43 of them with a combined capacity of more than 434,000 TEUs. Again, we see here that Yangming expects the delivery of 12 ships with a combined capacity of more than 125,000 TEUs. And in total, they are handling more than 628,000 TEUs. Now, moving on to the 10th largest container shipping company, which is ZIM. This company is based in Israel, and it was established in 1945, and currently has a market share of 1.7%. This company owns at the moment 2 vessels with a combined TEU capacity of just a little bit of 6,000 TEUs, but also charters 94 vessels with a combined capacity of more than 410,000 TEUs. In terms of the order book for the ships, they are expecting the delivery for 10 of them with a combined capacity of 150,000 TEUs, and in total they are handling more than 416,000 TEUs. Now, I would like to stop here with this presentation. I think that covering this top 10 list, it's enough in terms of market share. These top 10 companies make up for roughly 85% of them. But we will see the rest of them just telling the name of the company, the country, and maybe the order book in terms of TEU volume and the number of ships. So we have on the 11th place Hyundai, which is a Taiwanese company. Now moving on to the 12th position in this top 30 list, we have PIL, which is a company based in Singapore, and they currently don't have nothing on their order book. Then we have on the 13th place Zhonggu Logistics Corp from China, established in 2002, and their order book is for 16 vessels with a combined capacity of more than 73,000 TEUs. On the 14th position, we have KMTC from South Korea. They are not expecting the delivery for any vessel. Again, IRS group from Iran is not expecting any delivery for the vessels. Then you have Antong Holdings from China. They are expecting 2 vessels with a combined capacity of almost 5,000 TEUs. Then on the 17th place we have CITC from Hong Kong. They are expecting the delivery for 27 vessels with the combined capacity of more than 60,000 TEUs. Then we have Express Feeders, Unifeeders from Denmark. Sinocor Merchant Line from South Korea, and they are expecting the delivery for 12 vessels. TS Lines from China has 6 vessels on their order book. Then we have Matsans from the United States, followed by Sinotrans from China. On the 24th position we have RCL from Thailand. Then it's followed by Sealead Shipping from Singapore, another South Korean company, SM Line, followed by Arkas Line from Turkey on the 27th position. Then we have Global Feeder Shipping on the 28th place, followed by Transworld Group from United Arab Emirates. And then on the 30th place we have Selam Pacific Indonesia, as the name says, is from Indonesia, and they are expecting the delivery for 2 vessels with the combined capacity of 1,200 TEUs. Now this list comprised of 20 shipping companies. We see here that these companies are relatively small. Some are regional, some are express, some are dedicated for the feeder activity. And I don't want to focus more attention at this moment. You've heard me talking about alliances. And at the moment we are talking about 3 alliances. So we are speaking about 2M Alliance, Ocean Alliance, and the third one is the Alliance. These strategic alliances, basically they are working like joint services by pooling vessels, and through close operational cooperation and collaboration they achieve even more economies of scale. They are working either on slot charter agreement or a vessel sharing agreement, and for quite some time, at least in the European Union, these alliances are under scrutiny from the European Commission. In fact, I think that in early 2020, these alliances should have been dissolved, or I don't know, created another form of collaboration. But they've managed to negotiate with the European Commission and gained an extra 4 years, so until 2024 they are allowed to work in this kind of alliances. We will see how things will evolve after 2024 in terms of liner conferences, but I think these kind of conferences will disappear, or I don't know, they will have another type of collaboration between the shipping companies. We will wait and see what does the European Commission has to say about this. Also, we saw lots of vertical integration. This is happening for quite some time, at least for the biggest container shipping companies. So we see activities ranging from the container shipbuilding to container terminal activities. Almost all of the companies are vertically integrated, and they are providing services to shippers, to exporters or importers from A to Z. Again, another interesting fact is the so-called flag of convenience. So from my figures, I saw that for 2013 at least, we're speaking here by the whole global tonnage, not fully cellular container ship. Well, 73% of the total global tonnage were registered under a flag of convenience, with Panama and Liberia being the biggest hosting countries for registering these ships. Now, in terms of future developments, I can give you my personal opinion. So maybe the executives from these container shipping companies will agree with me or not. I'm sure they have better access to and more resources than me, but I think that in the future, especially considering the fact that we had the COVID-19 pandemic since early 2020. Again, quite recently we had the incident in the Suez Canal with the evergreen container ship Ever Given. Well, I think that companies all around the world realized that they have quite long supply chains, if I'm allowed to say this. They are not very agile and adapted to such stressful conditions, and I think that in the future they will try to analyze and maybe they will reshore or nearshore some of the manufacturing activities. For example, United States could reshore or nearshore some of the manufacturing activities in Mexico, and companies from Western Europe will try to reshore or nearshore part of the manufacturing activities from China to Eastern Europe or the countries in North Africa. It's a guess. I'm not telling you that this will happen 100%, but if I was an executive in such a company, I will surely give a thought at this idea. And just a hint, at least from my experience, and I'm not 100% sure that this information is suitable for you, but I have two indicators when considering the future development and the forecast of global economy. The first indicator is to see what the biggest container shipping companies are doing, and we see here that some of them are building new eco-friendly container ships, like the case of CGM, and others are building ships have relatively low volumes in terms of TEUs, so rather so they are using in order to use those ships for the regional trade. Again, I think that we will see lots of ships that will be returned to their owners, so the chartered contract will be annulled. Again, we will see some ships that a large number of ships that will be scrapped. And another indicator is to follow or pay attention at what China does. Quite recently, China is taking part of a new trade bloc, which is the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. And in this trade bloc, there is 30% of the world GDP and again 30% of the world population. Until Africa will become the new China, I think that part of Asia will be the driver of the economy, and I think it's worth considering, and you definitely have to follow and try to gather as much information from what is China doing. Because I don't know how things are in your country, but in Europe at least, the process of negotiation, of bilateral negotiation, it's quite time-consuming. But I have here an example for a free trade agreement from China with Georgia, and we see here, so we are on the Ministry of Commerce website from China, and we see here that the trade negotiation started on the 30th of April in 2015, and on 1st of January 2018 the free trade agreement already came into practice. So lots of free trade agreements we see here between China and important countries all over the world. And again, I underline the fact that you should follow and pay close attention at what China is doing. Okay, this is what I wanted to tell you. I really hope I didn't bother you so much. I will appreciate your thumbs up on the screen. Don't forget to subscribe if you didn't did it already. And until next time, keep your business safe.